strip away for me to break free of the shapes of that goes masquerade, hiding both faces.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the video here on the channel. Now, I'll be totally honest with you guys, my arm got really tired. I was holding it up like this. I was like, what's up, guys? But I did a couple of takes, didn't really like them, and now my arm's tired, so we're chilling down here. Anyways, today we're going to be doing a setup tour video for 2020. I actually meant to make this video a very long time ago. I'm talking like back in summer of 2019. As you can see right here, I made a 2019 Nashville setup tour. This was the last setup tour that I did, basically kind of encapsulating the last setup I had when I lived in Nashville. It's a pretty good video. I'm pretty happy with it. I'll link it down below. But in this video, I did talk about with the Atlanta setup that I'm going to be moving. An Atlanta setup tour video as well, but I never actually followed through on that. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. All sarcasticness aside though, I honestly do think this will be a lot of fun. You guys know I love talking about behind the scenes stuff. I love talking about literally anything that goes into the process of YouTube, and I finally feel like my Atlanta setup has gotten to the point to where it is probably the most complete setup I've ever had. For a very long time, this whole room was very kind of unorthodox. It was kind of like, hey, you know, it's kind of like an incomplete math project. And I think that I finally have gotten to the point, by the way, my hair's a mess, but I think I've finally gotten to the point to where I can proudly show off this room as my own. Now, obviously, it's not perfect. There are always things that need to be improved. There are always things that could be changed, and really, it's in a constant flux. I mean, let's just tell it how it is. So this is what you see when you first walk into the room. You got a couple posters, you got my closet, you got my mirror, you got my shelves, you got shelf. When you first walk into the room, you see my desk, you see my couch, hashtag couch crew, you see the Cheez-It wall, you see my posters, you see windows, you see a TV, whoa, you see more posters, a bunch of different stuff. There's a lot of things going on at once in this room. It's a lot working in a very compact space, and I won't even lie, I'm actually really proud of how I've managed to lay things out to make it as effective as possible. It definitely ain't your traditional bedroom by any means, but it works effectively and it does what it needs to do. So anyway, starting off here, you know what, let's start off on the left here. We actually have my coat hangers. Now, coat hanger, yeah, this one did not last very long. I don't know why. It's a mess. It's alright though. I only really wear this coat. It's my leather jacket. It's a good old time. I like it a lot. Moving over to the shelves, I don't think I'm going to talk about every little thing on this shelf, but I can kind of go over the general, I don't know, prospects of these shelves. Really, the shelves are just miscellaneous crap. I'll be real with you guys. A lot of this stuff when it comes to shelving and storage is just where I kind of keep everything that I can't keep on the floor. So that's what we're rocking and rolling with right now. We have stuff like my playing cards. We have my popcorn bucket. We also got Mimikyu. We got a drum that I actually got from Animal Kingdom in at Disney a while ago on a family vacation. What's kind of crazy about this too is if you guys have seen any of my setup tours before, which this is the fourth one now, you guys will probably recognize like a lot of these items because obviously I've kept them, you know, throughout the years. So yeah, that drum I think has been in every setup tour, so that's kind of cool. We have a little board, like a little letter board thing that my mom got me, so shout out to my mom. We got some school stuff. We got my old microphone, the Yeti, which I still do use occasionally. It's good as a backup. We got some games, movies, just crap I really like. Honestly, it's just good stuff. It's just good, effective stuff. A little Apple Splash. Oh, we got a Mario bag that I got from what's it called? Nintendo World in New York, I think, or Nintendo Land, whatever it's called, the Nintendo store. It's pretty sick. We got Advil for emergencies, ibuprofen for emergencies, Speed Stick for emergencies, Cologne for emergencies, as well as Mickey Mouse for emergencies. We got the Wii Fit balance board because why not? We got a trash can, water. That is actually for a video that you guys will see very soon. That's not usually there, but it is now, so that's kind of cool. Moving on, we have my fan. I gotta say, shout out to my mom. She got me this. If it's really hot tonight, I just go BWAM! There we go. So it works really well. It works really well. I freaking love this fan. It's very effective in what it does. Moving on, we have a mirror. Hi. What's up, guys? This mirror I actually got from IKEA. A lot of the shelves I didn't get from IKEA, the desk I didn't get from IKEA, the bed I didn't get from IKEA, but all these like little shelving things like this stuff, this was all IKEA, and I gotta say, very effective. I really like this mirror. It just kind of is something on the wall. I don't use it very often. I can't say I'm like, you know, I'm just constantly like, what's up, guys? Like looking at myself in the mirror. But it is nice just to kind of fill this space, and I think it adds to the room. If I want to look at my outfit sometimes, it's good, you know. It's just good. Alright, it's just good. Just trust me on this one. Next up, we have my closet. Now, I won't go too in-depth in my closet. That's my PAX badge. Shout out to PAX. We actually are going to PAX tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. But, yeah, this is the closet. It actually is more organized than usual. Like, my closets are infamous for being hell, but this closet's actually looking pretty well. I got like an organizer there, I got like my cables and desk stuff, and basically any miscellaneous crap I need, this is where I kind of keep it. And it's actually, you know, it is more put together than it normally has been, so I'm pretty proud about that, to be honest. Moving on over here to kind of like the middle section of the room, we have one of my favorite posters, the Breath of the Wild poster. I got a lot of these posters from AWA, Anime Weekend Atlanta, which, by the way, will be there this year as well if you guys want to meet us. It's gonna be freaking sick. Over here, that is actually my VR sensor. So there's two of these. There's one right there, and there's one on my desk there. Kind of hard to see, but it's right there. And those two sensors kind of turn this area right here into like the VR room, basically, or VR room. Basically though, like within the realm of this carpet, that is where I can play VR. And it's really nice too, because I kind of made this in like a convertible space. I'm sure you guys have seen, I've done occasional VR streams here and there, but I can basically turn my camera around. There's no camera there because I'm using it to record this, but I could turn the camera around the other way and then use this space to film and do VR content right here. So it's actually really cool. I really like how this whole just corner turned out. We also got like a Lapras boy there. We got some more Lapras art from Linz. That's really sick. We got some LEDs that I barely turn on, and they're also not very effective because they don't stick on the wall properly. It's super annoying. Like, look at the, like, I'm using a command strip and it barely stays. I don't know what it is with command strips. Command strips, they do so well with posters and stuff. Like all these posters are hung with command strips, but it's like the second it gets to anything under 2 grams, it's like, you know, it's like, what the hell? Anyways though, yeah, so Lapras, he's chilling, my blue chair, matching with the blue aesthetic, I like it a lot. Over here we have, I actually don't know what's in here. Oh, okay. Over here, we got my mini fridge, which I really just use to keep waters. I drink a lot of water, so, and I like to make sure I always have water on hand, so that's my thing. I got some escape room stickers, got some G-Fuel stickers, got an Undertale sticker, freaking love that. We got my boxes here. Now, you guys might remember the Cheez-It wall from the Nashville setup, which I'll go ahead if you don't remember that. Let me just show you real quick. This is the Cheez-It wall. In that Cheez-It wall, it didn't just have Cheez-Its, it also had a crap ton of boxes populating the entire freaking wall. So I kind of wanted to bring that back, bring that aesthetic back, because I still had all the boxes from that wall. I just obviously didn't really have a lot of room back here to do that same sort of aesthetic. And also I just didn't really want the clutter, you know what I mean? I was looking for something a little cleaner with this background. So I decided to bring them over here, and I made like a little wall mural thing. None of these are attached to the wall. It's all stacked, kind of in spirit of the original Cheez-It wall. And I like it. It's just, I don't know, it just kind of fills up the wall. It's one of those things where it's just so me, and I just have the boxes, and I like looking at them because I like boxes, especially tech boxes like the Oculus box and like my graphics card box, and all this stuff is just really nerdy and geeky to me, so I really like that. We got the Oculus controllers here. We actually have one of the more interesting parts of the setup, and it's the Daydream View. Now you guys might be looking at this like 4-year-old VR headset and being like, what? Like, why you have an Oculus? Why the Daydream View? So in case you guys are wondering, the Daydream View was like Google's headset that came out with their Pixel phones, and it was actually the first thing I ever bought with my first ever YouTube paycheck. It was a paycheck for about $70, the first time I ever made anything off YouTube, and I spent it on this. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's definitely not, you know, the best VR headset, and it's outdated, and it's just like a little phone thing, but it still means a lot to me because this was like the first step to making YouTube my job and my career, you know what I mean? So like having this on there, it means a lot to me. Moving on is actually Vinny's. This is Vinny's birthday present. He just forgot it here. Moving on, we have, let's see, just a lot of fan art here. I love this whole tack board sort of style. It's a lot of fan art that I've gotten from like meetups, and I've gotten through the P.O. box that we used to have. We don't have one anymore, but we're working on getting another one. But yeah, no, so it's freaking awesome. Shout out to all these amazing people. And I want to add like more fan art stuff. Like honestly, what would be really cool is to have like a bigger sort of pin board and just like put up every piece of fan art that I've gotten, because this is far from like everything, you know what I mean? But obviously I can only fit so much on this board. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for the fan art. Regardless if it's on the board or not, I freaking appreciate you guys so much. You guys are freaking amazing. Anyways, over here we got a Lapper's Boy. We got a mug that my grandparents got me. This is I'm YouTube famous. I put a lot of my just like miscellaneous change in there. We got a fern from Lynn's. Live, love, fern. Thank you, Lynn's. We got a pumpkin actually from Vinny's mom. Vinny's family gave that to us when we were visiting in October, I believe. And yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of nice. We got my Rubik's Cube. We got some Pokemon fruit snacks. I guess why not? We have my. I think this is that AWA? Is that MTAC? Yeah, that's AWA. So that's the pass that we got at AWA. Freaking amazing. This is actually a stack of more fan art and also just like miscellaneous papers and all that. But this is my favorite thing from that. I actually made this in my visual art class, and it's nothing special, obviously, but it's just really cool because it's Alphonse and Edward Elric, and it's like the silhouettes. I don't know. It was like the one piece from that art class that I actually was proud of, so I kept it. It was just kind of like a high school memory thing. These drawers, they all have like kind of miscellaneous stuff. So like I have like a lot of my tech related stuff, like my drone, light controller, that sort of thing. You know, just kind of miscellaneous techie equipment crap. Over here we got like art stuff. There's a oh my god, look at him. Look at him. I really want to get back into doing sketches on streams. I kind of fell out of it, but I really want to get back into doing it because it was so much fun. So yeah, these drawers are mainly just for extra stuff, but it works well. Over here we have these drawers. Now these drawers are basically just my clothes, so I'm not really going to show you guys that. But down here is actually something interesting. I have another poster, which I've yet to hang. Shadow Demon Slayer. I just don't really have the right space for it. I mean, I guess maybe I could put it over there, or I don't know. Let me know where you guys think we should put this poster. Maybe up there. I do want to hang it. I just haven't really gotten around to it. But that's the other AWA one I got. It's freaking amazing. Love Demon Slayer. But here's actually my Oculus. So I keep my Oculus in here. It kind of just extends out. The cord goes into the drawer, and then I can just pull it out whenever I like and do VR stuff. Now the one thing about VR is I have it programmed, or I have it set up to where the sensor, because the sensor has to be in a still place, and we'll talk about it in a sec with this desk, but the desk is an up desk, so it moves. But with the sensor, it obviously needs to stay still. Like you can't have it even a little bit off from how you set it off, or set it up, and it won't track you properly. It'll be slightly just janky. So what I do actually, and that kind of segues nicely into the desk, but with the desk I have presets here that allow me to control the height, and the number 3 preset is like my default standing slash VR preset. So what this does is it puts the sensor at a good height, or at the exact right height, that allows me to do VR stuff. So both sensors are kind of elevated up, and that's also why it points down, is because that's just, you know, obviously it's a little bit higher off the ground now. So now you can see, if we go over here, the sensor's like in the right place, and now if I were to boot up VR, it'd be perfect. But yeah, no, so anyways, the desk. So the desk is an uplift desk. The reason why I got a standing desk is not even because I really wanted to stand. That's kind of like a secondary, awesome, just cool effect of a standing desk, for me at least. But the main reason why I got it is not because of how high it can go, but because of how low it can go. Look at how low this desk is to the ground. Like literally me doing couch crew, and actually I talked about this a lot when I was planning out this whole couch crew thing, but doing couch crew, it requires a desk that is super low to the ground. This desk is maybe 2 feet off the ground, and it can go even lower. No other desk can really get this low to match the height, or be a good height for the actual couch. And obviously one of the biggest problems with the couch, besides how low to the ground it is the keyboard and stuff, because obviously, you know, I wanted room to be able to, like, you know, get in there and have guests here, but obviously putting a keyboard and mouse on here, that's a reach, you know what I mean? I want to be able to kind of sit back and do my editing and all that. So that's where this comes in, which is my keyboard tray. It's a little bit jank, and I won't even lie, this whole tray is super jank. Like this does that all the time. It's super annoying, but overall the tray serves its purpose. It brings the keyboard out more, so I can actually work on stuff while kind of sitting back on the couch. So long story short, the whole couch crew thing was kind of a blessing and a curse. Like I love it, don't get me wrong, and now that I have it set up, it's freaking awesome. But I had to basically accommodate everything else for this couch. You know what I mean? Like I didn't just put a couch in front of a desk and call it a day. Like no, I had to get a specific desk for the couch, and then I had to get like a specific tray for the couch, and I had to lay everything out, including my camera as well, which I'll talk about in a sec, and even the microphone. I had to lay out specifically with the couch in mind. So anyways, moving on to the bulk here of the setup. So obviously the desk is an uplift desk. It's freaking awesome. I actually have a couple more presets on here. You can set 4 presets, I think. Yeah, 4 presets. So my 1 is like my sitting preset. My 3 is my standing, which I already showed you, and then my 2 preset is actually kind of like a like a half sitting, half standing sort of preset. Basically what I'll do sometimes is I will lay my leg kind of on the couch like this, and then kind of kneel down. So I'm not quite tall enough for you know, like a full standing experience, but I'm kind of like, you know, I'm propped up a lot more. So having this sort of preset as like a midway point actually works pretty well when I'm like getting tired, but I still don't want to sit down. But overall, I do love this desk. Like even though I didn't like buy it with the intention of standing very often, I now find myself standing way more often than I would expect to be. And honestly, it's just good for your health, especially doing YouTube. I mean, I'm constantly here, you know what I mean? So it's really nice. And I'm sure you guys have seen in streams and stuff, like I'm mostly standing, videos, I'm mostly standing. It's very rare that I sit down nowadays, especially when recording. Anyways though, so let's just kind of go left to right across the desk. Got my candle, a lot of candles. We got my well, it's actually Ryan's PS4 with his PS4 remote. You guys know we're doing Persona, hashtag Persona, you know what's up. We got my Squirtle and Pikachu amiibos, and I've kind of actually made it a what's the word, like a tradition, I guess, to get an amiibo every time I go to New York from the Nintendo store. So since I've gone to New York twice, I've gotten 2 amiibos here. We got my Switch, we got my Google Home, we got my Wii U, we have the Cloud Lifter. So basically what the Cloud Lifter does is it takes, and by the way, I'll be sure to link all of this, or as much of it as I can, down below in the description if you guys are interested in any of this equipment-wise. But basically though, and I explain this in other setup tours as well, but basically my Shure SM7B, which is the name of the microphone, it runs through here, runs in the Cloud Lifter, and the reason why it has to go through a Cloud Lifter is because this thing is a dynamic microphone, which means it records super quiet. So the Cloud Lifter basically boosts it up without necessarily, you know, making any background noise, like making like a you know what I mean? Like if you increase the gain on like an interface to try and boost up the volume levels, it gets very staticky in the background. But the Cloud Lifter kind of prevents that. It just kind of boosts it up before it takes it into the interface, and then the interface goes straight into my computer, which is how I record my audio. So that's the audio setup. My speakers, I just have like basic Logitech speakers. They're pretty alright. They're pretty good for this, for the price. They're like $30 and they're pretty solid, so I would recommend. We have my Stream Deck here, which I have, you know, all my different things for streaming. I can open up all my programs. I can control all my presets and all my effects and all that sorts of thing. It's literally a lifesaver. I also use it for editing a lot. Like I have like ripple delete. I have a bunch of commands on here to just make editing a lot faster. So Stream Deck, freaking amazing. We have my phone, the Note 9, shout out to that. I'm actually thinking about upgrading soon. I might end up getting the S20 is really appealing to me right now, so I'm thinking about that. We got my icebreakers. I've actually been really getting the icebreakers. My wallet, my TV remote, because I have a TV over here as a second monitor. Now, you guys might recall from the Nashville setup, as I casually flip the camera around here, you guys might recall from the Nashville setup, I had like my ultra wide here, but then I had like another monitor wall mounted here, and that's actually what I wanted to do with this setup, but unfortunately since I'm not on a wall anymore, there's not really anywhere to mount like another monitor up there, and to get like a stand for it would just kind of be like a hassle. So I ultimately decided to forego that monitor, and I switched it out for this TV instead, and I actually don't mind it. It's a little bit, like, sometimes it's kind of inconvenient, like when I'm in standing mode, it's hard for me to see the TV, like, because my computer's kind of in the way, but like when I'm sitting down, it actually isn't too bad. I usually just throw like Twitter up there. It's kind of far away, so like to do anything meticulous is tough, but if I put like Twitter up there, I just throw my task manager up there, it actually works fairly well, but for the most part, everything that I do is right here. So I edit, stream, everything is mainly on here, and then sometimes I'll throw like extra crap up there. So I kind of wish I maybe had another monitor like here or something, and maybe one day I will, but as of right now, this just one ultra wide has actually been doing me wonders, and then just having this as like an extra, you know, has been going well. So I'm not too iffy about it. Next up, my camera would normally be there. I'll go ahead, I'll show you guys some footage of what that looks like. Sorry guys, speaking of the camera, my recording limit was reached, so ooh! But anyways, yeah, no, so it's the Lumix G7. I love this camera. It's great for the price. It works really well as a, you know, as like a tripod camera. The only thing that sucks about this camera is the autofocus, and I'm sure you guys have even noticed in this video, sometimes it just won't focus properly, and it's kind of annoying, but overall, great camera for the price. It's easily like the cheapest 4K camera you can get right now, I'm pretty sure, and especially if you're using it like we are, where you just put it on a tripod, you have it on manual focus, and like you're just using it as like a webcam replacement, it works very well. Anyways though, moving over, PC. So my specs, I'll go over them real quick. It's a 1920X, 3.5 gigahertz, 12 core, 24 thread, Ryzen Threadripper. We have the GTX 1080 Ti, 64 gigs of RAM. That's kind of it, honestly. Not much has changed since I moved. The only thing that's really changed that I've done with this computer is I ended up switching out the water cooler right there because my other one died on me. And also the other thing I did was I added another 32 gigs of RAM because the RAM was super cheap on Amazon. It was like ridiculous. Like I spent, when I first bought the first 32 gigabytes of this RAM, it was like $300, $400, something like that. And then I picked up the second 32 gigabyte pack for like half that. It was like 150, something ridiculous. So basically I ended up just buying more RAM, especially with After Effects. After Effects and just making intros and all that, it chugs through RAM. Editing is one thing, but After Effects just, it eats it up. So yeah, no, that's the PC. I've had it for a couple years now, besides obviously some minor upgrades, and it's definitely served me very well, I gotta say, for sure. You know, it's definitely a little bit behind. I think I'm like 2 generations behind when it comes to like the CPU and GPU right now, because they have like the 2080s out now. But for the most part, it still holds up well, and it does what it needs to do, so that's really cool. Moving on, we got my Pro Controller, we got the TV for the TV, you know how it be. We got my 3DS capture card, which I rarely use now, but it's there. And yeah, what else do we have here? My headphones, they're the Bose Q35s. Love those headphones, they're great, work really well. I use them not even just in videos, I use them all the time. Like literally at the gym, at school, every day I use them. I'm a big headphone guy. We got a power strip down there. This is kind of like my don't look over here corner. It's like my incomplete corner. This is like the one part of the room that still I'm working on. I just got like a bunch of miscellaneous crap and my camera batteries, and this actually is a shelf, like shelving. It's another IKEA thing that I just haven't built yet. So it just do be like that. It just do be like that. And then over here, finally, we have the Cheez-It wall. We have my FMAB poster, which actually I did not get from AWA. These three, that one, and that one I got from AWA. But this one and this one I actually ended up getting from MTAC last year. You guys might recognize them. These two were in the Nashville setup, while these three were not. But anyways, yeah, there's FMAB, there's the Ghost Pokemon, there's the Smash Bros. One. I love this one so much. We got Miles Morales, and then we got Avatar here. And then obviously all the Cheez-Its surrounding. You can't really, like when the camera's up like this, you can't really see that, you know, the wall doesn't continue. And then down here we have all the extras that just didn't make it on the wall. It's just, there's really no other place for them. It's probably the best place to put them, and they're just out of frame, so it still ends up looking clean on camera. And then the only other thing that I have back here is actually my Elgato green screen. Let me pull this up. So what's really cool about this is it's a portable green screen. You just pull it up, right? Yep. And you guys might have seen a lot of streamers use this, but basically if I yank it up, it's just a immediate green screen, which is really nice. Just whenever I want to do stuff like this. The only problem with it is that it's not super wide, so it doesn't cover like the entire couch. So if I have a lot of guests, you know, it's really hard to fit everybody on there. But usually 1 or 2 people can fit on it pretty well, and then we can do chroma key stuff and, you know, and post and all that. So yeah, it works out pretty well, and it's just super convenient. Eventually down the road, I want to get the ceiling one that's wider, because then it would cover the entire couch, and then you know, that would be like the ideal setup. But for now, this works pretty well. I really like this green screen. It honestly is just super convenient, so I really like that. But anyways, I think that's basically it. Oh, one thing I didn't talk about, there's a hammock underneath the desk, which actually, yes, that's a real hammock. You can lay on that. This uplift desk is ridiculous. Like it can hold a ridiculous amount of weight, and you know, I don't usually go under here a lot. Oh no, come on, no, desk, come on, keep going, you got it. It must have sensed some resistance. Actually, it was probably because of my foot. But anyways, though, yeah, so I don't typically go under here because obviously the cables get kind of ridiculous, so it's kind of hard for me to lay on there. But what I do use it for a lot of the times is I use it for my feet. I love using this thing for my feet. That's like easily the best thing about it. Like, yes, I could get in there and lay on it, but ultimately just using it as like a footrest is really nice. But yeah, so with that being said, I think that's basically it. Hopefully you guys were able to get everything you wanted out of this video. If there's anything that I forgot, I'll link down below. I don't think I forgot anything, but who knows? I probably did. If there is something that I missed, odds are, honestly, it was in the other setup tour videos. I've talked about my capture card, the Elgato HD60S, in previous videos as well, which, by the way, that card actually I mount underneath the desk now, just to kind of keep it out of the way, so that's really cool. Same with like the cam, well, it's not mounted, but same with the cam link is back here. Actually, oh, it's right there, which is pretty cool as well. So anyways, yeah, no, so a lot of like the smaller stuff, if I did miss it, I'll go ahead, I can link it down below. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And when it comes to other setup tour videos, you guys are more than welcome to check those out. I love making these videos because it kind of documents, I feel like, my process as a YouTuber, and also like each setup tour video is like representative of like a different stage in this whole like YouTube journey thing. And I love tech, I love talking all this equipment stuff, and it's just a great time. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know down below if you guys want to see more. I would love to do like more of like the software end of things as well. I know a lot of you guys are interested in that sort of thing. That would probably be a little bit of a process of a video, but let me know if you guys want to see that. I'd love to go over that sort of thing. But I love you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button down below, comment, and subscribe if you guys did enjoy. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.
Is there a way for me to break